Okay, good afternoon, boys. Here. While I was doing a lot of research, I have been doing a lot of research lately on another business idea that I want to implement, and I've come to find that if I want to take it to this next level, I'm going to have to, do the LLC. I'm going to have to get into the business, the formal business aspect of it because the opportunity is good, but the availability of capital is necessary. Now, I'm the type of person that I like to stay away from debt, particularly secured debt. And there's a difference between secured debt and unsecured debt. Secured debt is where you have to put up some type of collateral in order to secure some type of loan, a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, or a regular line of credit where you have to put your car up, or you have to put your land up, or some type of real estate up. And then there's the unsecured debt, where they pretty much just give you a credit card or a line of credit, but it's not attached to anything. It's unsecured debt. And I'm the type of person, if I'm going to get into some debt, I'm going to get into some unsecured debt. And through this unsecured debt, you can get the capital, get the material that you need. I need some material, and I'll go ahead and get that. But, it's amazing to see the amount of scams and the amount of courses that are being sold for credit repair. Get $100,000 worth of credit with 0% interest. All if you buy my course. It's all about selling the course, and they got thousands of them out there. Let me tell you, thousands of them out there. And all of these fake gurus, whether it come to real estate investment, stock market picks, credit repair. Now the new thing is house flipping, land flipping. All of these people out there selling these courses. And, it's amazing to see the phenomenon. And, one of these guys, a big YouTuber, did a video about the amount of fraud that's going on in these spaces. And, I'm able to do what I'm able to do in terms of the unsecured credit and starting up my LLC and all of that stuff just by doing my own research. Now, people will sell you a course on how to do this, and it's amazing because I didn't have to do much research in order to find out how to go about doing it correctly, setting up the the EIN number and all this stuff. This is information that's readily available out there, but it seems as though people will buy a course and have somebody do this for them for the simple reason is that they're lazy. They don't want to put in the work and do the research and do their own due diligence to find out how to go about doing these things correctly so that you don't get burnt. It's not very difficult to do it all once you find out about it. Now, I'm the type of person that I always pay my bills on time. And what I've found is that because I have no secured debt, the land is paid for, the car is paid for, there's nothing that they can take from me. But I did all of this because I wanted to make sure that anything that I did purchase that was of value, they couldn't take from me. You get a car note, you don't pay the car note, they can take the car. If you don't pay your mortgage or even your property taxes, after a while, they can come in, they can repo or, repossess your land. So I didn't want to be in that situation where, I was in secured debt and, something happened and they can take it from me. And so that's why, it's so important to understand the difference between secured debt and unsecured debt. But it seems as though there's so many people out there selling these courses, on anything, investments, and the SEC and a lot of people, you got to understand that there's only but so much fraud that can take place. And I'll give you a perfect example in credit repair, where people are going in and this is how credit repair is basically sold. Regardless of what you did, we can go ahead and get that removed from you. Regardless of how irresponsible you were, we can go ahead and get that removed from you, because people that are in the world, they need secured debt. And the reason why they need unsecured debt. And the reason why they need unsecured debt is because, and they need good credit, is because if you go and you apply for a job, they run your credit report. But if you're self-employed, you don't got to worry about that. If you go and you apply for a mortgage or rent on an apartment, they check your credit report for evictions and everything. But if you own your land, or if your land is paid off, you don't have to worry about that. If you want to purchase a car and you want to get into some debt, and I just suggest that you just save up and purchase a car outright, as opposed to financing a car. Folks paying $700, $800, $900, over $1,000 in car payments, not including insurance, because everything is going up. My insurance is going up. Just like, just this is the nature of inflation. But they check your credit report. And if you don't have a good credit score, then you're going to pay higher interest rates. You're looking at, I think, 8% now for a 30-year fixed. I think it's 7 to 8%. But this is with perfect credit. Could you imagine how much people are spending if they just have good credit, i.e. a 700 credit score or 720 credit score as opposed to 800 plus credit score? These people paying out the ass for a mortgage. So this is why it's so important to understand the difference between the two, how to do your own due diligence, and what the pitfalls are to getting into secured debt as opposed to unsecured debt. That's why it's so beautiful to be in a situation where, I don't have to worry about these things because everything is paid for. And I don't have to worry about anybody coming trying to put a lien on my shit or anything like that because of the nature of the debt. People need to educate themselves and stop being so lazy because when you're lazy, you get taken advantage of. And people sell you things that you don't need because you're not willing to do the due diligence and independent research to find out things for yourself so that you can plot your own course, what's best for you, because somebody's going to sell you a course or sell you something like this. And all of these people are scammers. They're not making money off of what they're telling you in the course. They're making money off of selling you the course themselves. Be wise. Don't be lazy. It's sad. So many scammers out there. And like I said, like I was about to say, all of this credit repair stuff is going to all go away because the credit repair companies and TransUnion, they're all crooks themselves. Moody's, they caused the 2008 crash themselves. But what happens is, as usual, the fish rots from the head down. And when you see the big boys doing it, this is why everybody else on the lower levels of society, the average man on the street or woman on the street, they got to this credit repair stuff because it's all fraud. It's all based on lies. I mean, it's all made up fictitious money in the first place. But they're getting wind of how people are doing these things. And they're cracking down on it. The letters are not going to be working anymore. The whole dispute options and the fraudulent police claims. People are going to start going to jail for doing this stuff. Because the fraud is for the big boys. They're not for you. It's not for you. The getting over on the system is for the people that created the system. It's not for you. And people need to understand that. This is why I advocate over and over again. Real skills, real assets, real friends. Because if you have these things, you're going to be able to weather any kind of situation that may come your way, especially in the socioeconomic environment that we're living in, where people are getting laid off at an unprecedented scale. The price of everything is going up, but your wages are not going to keep pace with inflation. But those who have real skills, real assets, and real friends, we're going to be just fine. And that's what you're going to want to put yourself in. But it's going to come as a direct result of focus, hard work, commitment, dedication, and focusing on things that are real. Y'all stay blessed out there. Shalom.